In business, objections are inevitable. Whether you're closing a sale, negotiating a contract, or having a business conversation, at some point you'll hear the word no. But what if I told you that every no is just a stepping stone to a yes? Let's say you're in a conversation with a potential customer and they throw out an objection. Something like, your product is just too expensive. What do?
I just don't think I can justify the cost right now. Seems a bit too much for our budget.
I hear you. I get why that's a concern. Price is always a big factor in decisions like this. But here's the key. Don't panic. This is your moment to handle the objection. The first step is to acknowledge their concern. You don't want to dismiss it or argue with them right away. Instead, show empathy and let them know you're listening. I completely understand where you're coming from. Pricing is important, and I appreciate that you're being thoughtful about your budget.
I mean, I really like your product, but I'm just worried about the cost.
Now that we've acknowledged the concern, the next step is to clarify. I want to dig a little deeper to make sure I understand the full picture. You might say something like, I hear you about the price. Just to make sure I'm on the same page, is it more about the upfront cost that's throwing you off, or are there other factors you are considering? By asking this, you give them space to really explain what's behind their objection. It might not be just the price, it could be timing, uncertainty, about ROI, or something else entirely.
Well, it's more about the upfront cost. We've got some other expenses coming up, and we need to make sure everything fits into the budget.
Got it. Now that I know the issue is with the upfront cost, it's time to respond. And here's where you really get to shine. This is where you show how your product is worth the investment. I totally get how timing and cash flow can affect decisions like this. But let me show you how investing in the right knowledge and guidance can be the key to making your business truly successful, not just in the short term, but for the long run. When you invest in expert guidance and business strategy, you're giving your company the knowledge it needs to scale effectively. One of our clients, for example, saw a 50% increase in revenue within just 6 months of implementing the strategies we provided. See, you're not just defending the price, you're showing how your solution solves a problem they care about. And when you can do that, that's when objections turn into opportunities.
That actually makes sense. Could you show me how that works in more detail?
And there you go. That's how you handle objections. Acknowledge, clarify, and respond. By taking the time to really understand your customer's concerns and responding with value, you're not just overcoming objections, you're building trust and moving them closer to a decision. So next time you hear an objection, don't worry. It's just a chance for you to dig deeper, provide value, and get closer to that yes. Objections aren't roadblocks, they're stepping stones to creating a better solution for your customer and closing that deal.